This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good morning if you're tuning in on the West Coast to another edition of Edmonton Oilers discussion here for Saturday as we get set for this evening's Battle of Alberta. But there is a key piece to this Oilers team that I think we need to start working on and solving right now, right here tonight against the Calgary Flames, and that is, of course, if you've been paying attention to this team, pretty obvious. But folks, if you're new to the channel, what I want you to do, take the next 5-10 minutes, consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. And without further ado, I want this to be a quick get it up, get it done kind of video here on a Saturday, because obviously if you know anything about Saturdays like I do, it's not a big YouTube day, because simply put, you're trying to live your life, and that's what I'm doing tonight. No live stream from me either, as we'll be going out and well, I can't say the word. I can't say the word because it gives away the costume, but I'll be out and about enjoying my Halloween party, celebrating one of my good friends' birthdays today as well. So, yeah, that's where we find ourselves, friends. Is the Oilers face the Calgary Flames, and what we saw last time round is very early getting into trouble. And I'll tell you what the trick is here. Stop taking those early and often penalties. We saw, 10 power plays for the Chicago Blackhawks in that game on Thursday, and that is going to get you into trouble every time. Yeah, sure, the Hawks only scored on 2 out of 10 or something like that, but that's still 20%, and that's only an 80% penalty kill. And for the Oilers, when you're sitting in the 70s and somehow a 2 for 10 night improves your penalty kill, that is to a large degree over what we've kind of built under Dave Tippett and a little bit under Dave Manson, is a little bit of a problem for this Oilers team. And I know obviously everyone's kind of willing to give the Oilers a 20-game leash, see where we're at then and figure it out there. But we also know that the penalty kill and the power play, the special teams weren't as good following Dave Tippett's departure and the following of Jay Woodcroft. Things mightily improved under Jay Woodcroft, don't kid yourself there, but the power play and the penalty kill weren't necessarily nearly as good as they were under Dave Tippett at times over the previous 3 years. So, with that, I want to just quickly go over to sportsnet.ca, get us some stats on this situation that we find with the Oilers penalty kill, because it's one of those where for the Oilers you'd like to definitely see things improve if you are trying to win more hockey games, which we're on a 3-game win streak, but now you're facing a team that you've already lost to once this season. It's not like the Oilers' goals per game is really suffering. We are tied with Ottawa and Pittsburgh for second in the NHL in goals per game, so it's not like we're really bad there, except for realistically, too, what can we say? Shots per game, we're at 33.9. Goal differential, we're at +5, so we're actually a top 10 team in the NHL in goal differential. Go figure, that doesn't even make sense. But it's one of those things for the Oilers. Let's go to the defensive save percentage, shutouts, special teams. The power play has figured itself out. And this is obviously akin to Connor McDavid shooting more. This is definitely where the penalty kill is one thing, but the power play comes down to a simple percentage of Connor McDavid shooting his shot more often and allowing for the Oilers to score more goals on the power play. Does the facts that Connor McDavid has any power, that doesn't necessarily support it, but the fact of adding on a third or second or fourth or fifth shooting option on the power play, not just somebody who's going to pass a puck to set up a goal, has really allowed the Oilers power play to be very effective this season. 4% behind the Colorado Avalanche's league leading 38.5. But we go to the penalty kill, and this is where I'd like to try and get the whole team totals, but I can't. The top 10 teams have an 83.3% or better power or penalty kill percentage. So I think we'll have to go over to hockeyreference.com here quickly and see if we can't get things let up here for the Oilers. Just have a quick message coming in. But you kind of look at the team statistics here and see if I can't figure out what we can get here. Team statistics, the points percentage so far this season, 625. That's going to get you into the playoffs all day long. So despite the slow start, we actually are on pace for the playoffs pretty easily now. 31 goals this season. This is more turning into just a little bit of a recap of where we're at, but this too, The league average for penalty kill right now is 79.51%, and the Oilers are sitting at 75% on the season. So you take 4 penalties in a game that lead to power plays, and guaranteed the other team is going to score a goal on you every single night, at least one. So that's where, like I'm saying, the Oilers really need to improve that much more than one might think is the problem. Is right, the power penalty kill, it figures itself over the course of the season. And sure, the early season jitters, Jack Campbell getting beat on a couple bad pucks on the power play, yeah, it's going to contribute 100% to the fact that for the Oilers, you're going to have a 75% penalty kill percentage after 8 games. And it's only after 8 games. I mean, you all of a sudden start killing and having perfect nights on the penalty kill here against the Flames. Then you allow a goal, and then you go 2 without allowing a goal, and you kind of start building that back up. But you also only take 1, 2, 3 penalties in a game, and you start being a little bit more disciplined, and it gets a little easier to kill off the penalties. Suddenly, for the Oilers, we could definitely see things improve on that penalty kill, and that's where I know a lot of folks are saying, well, wait 20 games, see where we're at. But the problem is, I don't want to wait 20 games and see where we're at to start doing something about it. We need to do something about it now, and that is just simply, you can look at it a problem 2 ways, is either the Oilers penalty kill needs to step up and stop allowing goals, or simply put, the Oilers penalty kill needs to stop being worked as hard and just stop taking stupid penalties at all turns of the game. Yes, the refs are always out there taking advantage of us being a little undisciplined or playing that playoff more style of hockey, whatever you want to say. But at the same rate, we're not playing in the 2005 NHL anymore, where, yeah, all the stuff that happened in Chicago, you probably only get 5 or 6 calls entirely out of that game. So that's the problem for the Oilers, is they got to figure out kind of where that delicate balance of playing on the edge, playing hard-nosed, playing fast, loose hockey that's is their success bread and butter when they really get the offensive jets going, versus how do you get the penalty kill to be more able-bodied at doing their job, I guess you could say, right? How do you get them better equipped to do a good job out there as opposed to a 3 out of 4 percentage? Because, right, if the Oilers power play is going to clip along at 32 or plus percentage all season long, which is astronomical and probably impossible, but if it is going to do it, then the question becomes, how do you get that penalty kill up to that 79 or above? That league average percentage, I think, is all you'd really need on the penalty kill for the Oilers if you want to really dominate this NHL season. And now suddenly, right, we're at a 625 win percentage. Well, right, another win tonight, and that starts climbing again, and suddenly the Oilers really start hauling down the tunnel towards what could be a very magical season, despite starting the season 1-2. So that's where we kind of find it right now. Is, I think my biggest concern for the Oilers is the penalty kill, but it's just because, right, it's early still, things are working out, and there's a lot of room for improvement yet, and they can definitely make those improvements by just choosing a couple of things in their game to clean up and decide how to do better, and away you go. Folks, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. I hope you've considered subscribing over the past little bit, because I'd love to have you along for the post game tomorrow morning. I won't have a post game tonight because I will be too busy making sure my friends get home safely from the party. So I will catch you in the morning tomorrow. I am up on out of here.